think much of the correction is we're gonna be throwing to channel and then it will come through.
Absolutely. Shalom, shalom, salam.
Salam, salam, everyone.
Everyone. How's your day? Hope your day has been well. Well, I guess our day has been good. I guess your day is still going.
Yeah.
If you're coming from the west, still a little bit behind. It's about 1 o'clock there, I guess.
We wish everyone to be good.
Yes.
Good.
Absolutely.
Have a good time, you know?
Absolutely. That's what we're all about here at Mama Land Properties. For today, we will be discussing all things Mama Land. And one of the things that fall up under the Mama Land umbrella is physical planning paperwork. And we have an expert with us here today. We're going to introduce Shay 2.0. I just call him 2.0 for short.
Mm-hmm.
So, Shay, you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, we have the CEO here. We have Cherno. Now we have Cherno 2.0, and then we have Amadi. So 2.0 is our resident expert when it comes to clearing physical planning paperwork. And so today, that's going to be our topic of discussion is physical planning, because we know that a lot of people here in Gambia have had a lot of issues when it comes to clearing their paperwork and getting the final clearances and the proper stamps in order so they can start building on their land. And that's one of the things that actually, that's a beauty. One of the beauties of Mama Land Property is that when you deal with us, we have people here on staff that can assist us. Well, maybe not on staff, but we have direct contact with people that can assist us with a lot of the processes. So 2.0, you want to introduce yourself and let us know what you do?
Yes, absolutely. My name is Cherno, as you said, 2.0.
2.0.
As recognized here. So I've been doing this for a while now. I can say almost 2 decades now, more than 15 years. So I've gone through all the required paperwork that need to be done from trying to own a property up till doing all your papers to completion. Yes.
All right. So you have to be talking real soft. Turner was the one to tell you to speak up.
You know, I
want the information to be clear.
Out there. I will next time when I'm talking.
Yeah, you got to be talking really soft. Turner the one telling you to speak up.
It's also channel. That's why we say 2.0. So we're gonna have 2 channels in one. So it has to be 1 and 2. So
all right.
So I'm channel 1, he's channel 2.0.
That's right.
When the fruit comes in, you will be able to see.
All right. So, like I said, today we will be discussing all things Mama Land when it comes to clearing properties. So we have somebody watching that's close to us. Mom, she's watching.
Next to us. Just next to us.
All right. So let's start with if I'm buying property,
Mhm.
and if I say, okay, I want this 20 by 20 land in, I just call Bracana, and I pay. What's my first step if I say I want that property? What's my very first step when it comes to acquiring property?
What I would say in regards to that is, if you saw a property and you're interested in buying that property, it depends on whom you are getting the property from, because you can get properties from different sources. You can have it from a registered real estate. You have to watch out for people who claim to be real estate while they are not. You have to, you can have it from an individual. You can have it from a family. You can have it from an alcalo. Alcalo here is the head of a village town. Oh, yes, something like that.
Okay.
So if you reach out to all these names that I mentioned, and they show you a property that you're interested in, the first thing that you should do is take a surveyor to the site, let him have a sketch of the area, take it to the relevant office, that's the physical planning, and then let them check this land in their database to be sure it's a cleared land, it has no issue of ownership, there's no dispute on the land, It's not within any government reserve, and it's a place that is within the residential area. Those are the things that you need to look for, just to be safe, just to be safe, certain that it's the right thing that you are looking for.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's a lot to take into consideration just right out the gate. But I know that's one step that a lot of people probably not consider.
I want you to tell them more. When you say it's your survey, you take your survey guy.
Yeah.
So who you talking at that point when you say survey guy?
Surveyor here, we have surveyors that work with the Office of the Physical Planning and Housing. We have surveyors at the Lands and Survey Department. We have freelance surveyors around town too. But
Freelance.
yeah, freelance, yeah, because these are surveyors that they train, but they don't work with the government offices. And they don't own an office, but they did the training, they're experiencing it, they can do it. Because the law here says when you want a sketch plan, when you are looking for a sketch plan, you can employ somebody who got the skills, know how to do it, and talk to that person, discuss the fee. When you agree, then pay the fee, and the person will do your sketch plan for you. But now, it's ours as an office, it's the physical planning as an office to verify whether that sketch plan that has been drawn for you by that particular surveyor, whether it's of the quality that they require in the office.
So
Yes.
if you get a freelance,
Yeah. Not every freelance surveyor will survey your land to a standard that is accepted by the office, by the physical planning.
So
Yeah.
if you get a freelance surveyor, then your sketch plan can come under scrutiny as far as if it is going to be accepted later on.
You might
Yes.
go through or you might not go
Yeah,
through.
it may meet the requirements, the standard that the physical planning are looking for. It may not, and if it doesn't, then that means you need to consider doing it again with another guy.
So
Yeah.
now you're spending money twice
Exactly.
already.
Yes.
Okay.
So you need to, there are so many checks that you need to do when
Okay.
getting into land business. Yeah.
Okay. So if you're just not joining us, we're discussing today all things Mama Land, but under the title, we're discussing physical planning and the processes and procedures that it takes in order to get your land cleared. And we're talking not from what we heard, but from somebody that does it on a consistent basis. Okay, so he's not going to tell you anything that's not proper and that's not true. Okay, so everything that everybody else says, that's fine, but it doesn't line up with someone that actually works in the office. If it's not lining up with what he's saying, then I will take his word over somebody else's word every day of the week.
It's always to get the right guy
Correct.
and the right people to work with.
That's right.
So once you have the right people, you're good.
That's right.
You're definitely good.
That's right.
And it's good to know all about this for you to be able to get whoever you get in property from, what it needs, for you to be in the safe side, like Channel 2.0 and so on.
Yes, because as I'm sure everyone knows, this is not a secret that there's a lot of people out there that's received only in a collar stamp on land that they've purchased and have had difficulties trying to get the physical planning clearances. But that's also something that Mama Land can assist you with. If you're in that predicament and you've not been able to get your paperwork and your proper stamps and everything, reach out to Mama Land Properties, www.mamaland.com, or you can reach out to Cherno J at mamaland.com. mamalandproperties.com, or you can reach out to
Construction at mamalandproperties.com.
construction at mamalandproperties.com. And what we could do is get things in place to assist you in getting the proper paperwork that you need. What we'll need from you is for you to provide us everything that you have at this point, at this juncture of your purchase.
Yeah, the information, all the details, all the information, necessary information.
Yes, and we should be able to assist you and hopefully be able to assist you in getting the proper stamps and everything that you need. So now back to what we were saying. We have my surveyor. All right, now I get my sketch plan from my surveyor. What's next?
What's next is you have to go to the physical planning, buy a form that they call land use application form.
Okay.
So land use application form is that form that you will attach on your sketch plan, submit your sketch plan for the approval, for the processing of the sketch plan. Yes, but doing all those things does not necessarily means you can get it approved. The approval is based on the conditions that it is attached in approving a property. Yeah, but that form, buying that form is obligatory. You need to buy that form, and that form is for $200. That is paid to the government. But anything that you pay to a surveyor, that is the service he or she is rendering to you, and that is between you and that person. And there's no specific fee. Is something that you discuss and agree on.
Freelance fee.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And what next?
Okay. So another thing with when it comes to Mamaland properties, there are no hidden fees. You receive a good faith estimate. If there's something that you are interested in and us assisting you getting your physical planning paperwork, there are no hidden fees. There are no extra fees. And we provide you a good faith estimate for providing you everything that's charged that you will be responsible for in order to receive your paperwork. There's no, yes, at each particular stage, there's no upcharge. There's no hidden fees. Everything is transparent. That's one of the things with Mamaland property. We want to always be transparent in all of our dealings. No hidden fees, no bait and switches. You know, what we say is what we mean. And yeah, you can hold us to it. What you see is what you get.
Yeah,
exactly.
Once you pay the property, you don't have to pay any fee anymore. You're gonna get all your papers that is needed to acquire a property in the Gambia. And that is why we stand and say we're all gonna live, love, laugh, and breathe free together in Mamaland properties.
Awesome.
So we're here for everyone. We as a family, you know, we're here not for ourselves, for all of us as one.
That's right.
We will make sure that no one cries, no one is gonna scam, no one is gonna be robbed, as long as you know the right thing you have to do.
Absolutely.
It's always you gotta know the vision. Why do you wanna acquire properties? And who you gonna deal with is always important.
That's right.
You know, you don't have to say, oh, I'm just gonna go to Africa, I'm just gonna go to Gambia and just we're gonna get property. You have to know the people you're dealing with. Because there's a lot of people out there calling themselves whatever they're gonna call themselves, watcher. You know, but with Mamaland, or with the collaboration with the good service, nothing to lose.
So what Cherno was saying is that all the checks and balances are in place with Mamaland Services, with Mamaland Properties.
Exactly.
We have the good faith estimate that's going to provide you all of the fees that you could encounter when trying to purchase your land. We also have the Good Deeds Escrow Service where your funds go into until you receive the physical planning stamps. And with the Good Deeds Services, all fees that you're responsible for will be paid through the escrow service in each particular stage. All right. So if your property isn't cleared, then all your funds that's left over from the fees that's been paid out will go back to you. Right. So there's no, you pay all your money, you lose your money if the property doesn't clear. Each stage has a fee, and we will keep you abreast of where we are within the process. And then once you receive your physical planning clearance, that's when the funds are released from the escrow service. So you're protected the entire time. So all the checks and balances are in place to help you receive your land and to make sure that your money is safe, right? That you're not just sending money out in the thin air, being promised something and just get the banana in the tailpipe at the end because, you know, no one's following through with what they promised you at the front end, right? So whatever we say at the front end is what we're trying to see through on the back end.
Yeah.
Here at Mamaland Properties. Okay, so now.
Yes.
I have the survey.
Yes.
I have my $300. I mean, sorry, $300 Velocity. Was it 200?
$200.
200. All right.
That's the receipt.
receipt,
the land use application
land
form.
use application form. So now what's my next step?
Yeah, when that is done, and then it's either approved or disapproved. I will choose to take the approved
Yeah,
situation
let's go that
here.
route.
Yeah, like the approved situation here, and then proceed with the various steps that
Okay.
comes along as you progresses on your paperwork.
I think with that,
Yeah.
if it's not approved, they're gonna write why it's not approved
Mhm.
on the back of it.
Exactly.
Okay.
You know, so
Exactly.
you know why it was not approved. Is it cross-coordinated by the surveyor, the way he draw it or whatever?
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
Yeah, as I said, if it is disapproved, then the reason why it is not approved will be stated
Okay.
on the sketch,
Mhm.
on the form. It will be written on it, saying either there is a miscoordinate, or it falls in somebody's property. It's a government reserve. It falls on an agricultural land. These are all things that need to be looked at the
Okay.
very beginning, as I said before. But in an approved scenario, I will say if it is approved, the next step that you need to do is to go to the bank, pay your 7,000 at the Eco Bank to acquire the official land transfer document from the
Okay.
municipal council.
Okay.
Yes, and that is pretty common.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So let's go back for a second. So where does my Akalo paperwork come in at? Or is that something that's even necessary?
Yes. I skipped that, but I can
Okay.
go back to that. Okay. In our situation here, we have different land ownership. Land is owned by the state, as the government. Land is owned by the community, the Alcalo individual. But in this case, where land transfer is done through the Alcalo, it's in a state where the land ownership is vested in the hands of the Alcalo or the community.
So it's freehold land.
It's a freehold land.
Mhm.
Yeah. So in that situation, when you buy a property, the transfer should come from the Alcali, because the Alcali has been given that power at the local level, at that level. The Alcali is the one representing the state to do those things on behalf of the authorities.
Okay.
So if I happen to buy a land in, let's say, Tanye or Tujere, then I bought it from you.
Okay.
You need to go to the county, check. I bought your property to me, and then the Alcala will effect the transfer from your name to my name.
Okay.
You and your witness will sign on that document. I and my witness too will sign on the same document. Alcala will come and sign on it.
Okay.
That is there to show that your ownership of land of that particular property has been transferred from you to me now.
The interest. So that's the very first step.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So now there's interest to show that I want to purchase the property, and there's interest saying that he's willing to sell the property.
Exactly.
Okay. And then we go forward to the survey.
Yes. So when that is done, for me,
I think he said the surveyor.
For me,
Before you the column.
my advice would be, this is what they do. This is what used to be done. It used to be done that way then, because there was no much interest in land at that time. And people will just buy and sell, go to the Alcali, do their transfer, and they are good with whatever. But then things start to change gradually until we reach where we are right now. So since things start to happen the way it's happening right now, people who come through me and come through us, our advice is get a surveyor, get somebody
First.
to go to the land first, pick details of the land, go through the data to be certain that that land is one free from any trouble.
So,
One. Yes.
So you're saying that before you even go to the
Before
column,
you even, yes,
go through the surveyor
exactly.
to make sure that the land is free and clear of any hindrances, any disputes, any agricultural issues, any residential issues,
TDA issues.
TDA.
Honestly, yes.
Wow.
Why? Because if Alcala will not transfer ownership from one party to another, or me, myself, owning my property I will not be willing to transfer my ownership. I will not even risk to transfer my ownership of my property to your name without you paying the money.
Okay.
And now if you pay the money, and then you do your sketch, go to the physical planning, processing your document, and then you realize that this land could be agricultural land, or this land belongs to somebody else, or this land is a government reserve land for a purpose, then there comes a problem. And now refunding this money,
I got my money going.
refunding this money becomes a problem because we know what the situation is on the ground here. If you pay people your money, it's hard to get it back because they get that money and spend it on something else.
Yes.
Because, how it is. They believe that it's their land and they sell it to you. And
I think with that point there, it's very good to use the escrow service.
Absolutely.
Because then the owner will not get his money if he agreed to sell it to you
Correct.
until that side has been cleared. If anything was hidden at that corner, it's going to be known by going through, from the Alcala transfer, getting the sketch plan drawn, now it's going through the approval.
That's right.
So when it's not approved, then it's not for you. But when it's approved under your name, it's for you. Then the money can be released and go to anywhere it have to go. Then if they mess up with the money, it's done. But you already get what you want.
That's right.
You already get your property. I think that is very, very important at that point.
Good Deeds Escrow Service is there just for that, to help deter some of those issues when it comes to homeowners or landowners getting the money, and then the purchaser finds out later on down the line that the land can't clear, and now good luck with trying to get your money back. With Good Deeds Services, the money goes into the escrow, and the owner won't receive his money until he receives the clearance, until the purchaser receives the clearance. So everybody's safe.
You say that two ways. The seller will either agree to say, okay, I'm going to wait until that comes in, so no one is going to discount.
That's right.
This is why
can't sell it twice, can't sell it thrice.
Once you get it, it's yours.
That's right.
So you cannot give it to someone, give it to me, and then want to sell it to someone.
Correct.
That's not going to happen. So with that, it's like a protect, being a lawyer or whatever. I would say it's like a lawyer in your hands.
Exactly.
Make sure that when you put in your money, you put it in the right place.
Absolutely.
So when it's there, it's safe. Once you don't get what you're looking for, the money goes back to you.
Okay.
And I think that's really very important.
So the other thing I wanted to say, many people are not saying this, especially like people who selling land. They don't want the property buyers to know about these things. Most of the time, they don't want to shed light on these things, because if you know these things, like if I'm interested in buying a property, I know my rights, my whole rights of what process I need to go through to acquire a land. Then it becomes a problem for the seller.
Correct.
Yeah, they want you to be ignorant of your rights and steps to take in order to acquire a land or to buy a property, so they can play you through those things and get through whatever they wanted to get done.
And here at Mama Land, we're not going to leave you ignorant.
Yeah,
we want to make sure that you're very knowledgeable of the entire process and that there's nothing hidden. Everything is transparent.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, it doesn't have to be you coming to us to buy a property. We can offer you these services.
That's right.
We can offer you these services for you to know, things that you need to, the check and balance that you need to go through in trying to buy a property, because we've, we heard from people who had their experience, who, buying their properties. We had the other day a couple walk into our office, they bought their property for a year, they could not have their papers. So those are some of the things that, we need to, people need to look at before you can even, if you are interested in property and you saw a property that you are interested in and you wanted to buy, before you even put a policy in it, then this, you start with the first step.
That's right.
Take somebody on the ground, knock on the door, and knock on our door. I would say knock on our door. We
Should be the first knock, Mama Land Properties.
We know what we are doing. We know how it works. We will take you through all the due processes to save you from all the odds that people have been dealing with all this time.
So I'm curious, how long you been doing this? 15 years?
Yeah, 15 years 15? And more, and I'm counting.
You've been doing this for
over 20 years now.
Over 20 years, and I have over 15 years of experience in real estate. So just right here, that's 20, 35, 45, 50. That's 50 years of experience. I mean, mine came from the West, but when it comes to the knowledge of contracts and how things should work in real estate, I don't care what soil you're standing on, things still should be close to the same when it comes to the protections and the checks and balances. And so those are the things that we now have in place to make sure you're protected when trying to buy land here in Gambia.
Mm-hmm. This is the main reason why we have this Mama Land property.
Correct.
It's our mother. And we have seen that our mother's been crying for so long. And our people coming home here have been crying for some other actions like being scammed, being, buying properties for 1 year, whatever, with only a single paper of getting an alcohol paper, which is not even certain whether the land has been cleared from trouble or from conflict, whatever. So that is very, very important. And this is what we say. Mama Land comes and says, we're going to wipe your tears. That is not going to happen.
That's right.
This is why we come and say, once you don't want to go into all that trouble, you come through Mama Land Properties, you can sleep good. This is why we have our motto that's live, love, laugh, breathe free in Mama Land Properties.
That's right.
So with that, it's like you don't have to walk and say, oh, who's on my back trying to take my money, or who's on my back trying to sell some property that is not, being there. Because we have seen so many things out there, and this is why we come and say, no, as long as you knock the door, as Mama Land Properties, you're not gonna cry anymore. And this is what we're saying to our brothers and sisters out there, to watch out the people that they're dealing with.
That's right.
We are not there just to say, we are better than everyone, but we just want to say that the people that's crying out there, we must stop it. And that's the only way we can stop it is someone have to stand and say, look, this is not gonna happen in my face.
That's right.
It can only happen in my back when I'm not aware of anything. But as long, like we say, anyone getting property different from the Mama Land property, once we knows about it, you want to use our service to, do all our finding, whatever, they're welcome, because we are not saying that we are better for everyone, but we're saying that we are bringing service that will be unique and special for everyone.
That's right.
To be protected. So because it's not fair when I've seen myself in a funny situation where I'm spending money, I'm not getting what I want.
That's right.
So it's not gonna be fair to see my sisters and brothers out there too.
That's right.
Being into that same situation. We said no to that. And this is what we say. Our mother says, it's all right, we're not gonna cry anymore. This is why we have this Mama Land Properties. And Mama Land Property is for everyone.
Absolutely. And
Gambian owned, and it's there for Gambians and non-Gambian, diaspora, all over, no diversion.
Yeah, and I can't say that, but like you said, we're not better than everybody else, but I can say the services that we offer, no one else here in Gambia offers.
Right now.
Definitely.
Right now, Good Deeds is the only licensed escrow service here in Gambia, period.
Yeah.
Nobody else is doing it. Okay, so if you want those type of protections, the security of being able to buy land without the worries of being scammed and having your money stolen from you, Mama Land Properties is the place to be. Yes, that's the bottom line.
Yeah.
We despise not small beginnings. We're here. We're being consistent because we know that the seeds that we're planting will eventually take root, and they're going to grow.
So,
and they're going to bear
And
fruits.
they're going to bear some big fruit.
Delicious.
down the line.
avocado.
Yeah, big avocado. Yeah. Yeah. So these seeds they're gonna take root. So we're doing everything now because we've seen. I know I've seen since I've been watching back before I even moved to Gambia, the horror stories, and then more after I moved to Gambia, the horror stories of people not being able to receive their fiscal planning paperwork. You know, dealings with people trying to, you know, get them to do the right thing, and people's unwillingness to do the right thing in some instances. So Mama Land Property is here to fix that. So,
Yeah, just to add more to that, I think you guys have said a lot and I said so much, but still there's a room to say more. Land business is a delicate issue. You can only get what you want, do it with the right person, with the person who knows how it works. So many people claim to know how it works, they don't.
don't have a clue.
They don't have a clue.
All they know is they want to get paid.
You can wake me up my sleep and I can take you through the step from starting to finish. Because this is what we've been doing all this time. For the past 15 years is what we do to get paid, to, you know, do all we need to keep us running daily. So they need to knock on our doors, and we can guarantee them, even if you don't buy property from us, but we can take you through all the due processes, and, you know, we will let you know what lies ahead, trying to have your paperwork done.
That's right.
It doesn't necessarily mean whoever works in here can have their paperwork in their hand, because it depends where you start, where
That's
it
right.
started, where everything starts from. Yes,
That's
because
right.
when you come to us, what we will be there to show you is whether what you get, what you've been through is right or wrong. Meaning, where you acquire this land is legit or not. Whether the person that gives you that property that you call your home is, everything is okay with that land or not. Because that is where everything starts from. If everything is clean from the bottom, then we can take it from wherever you stop with that party or that business owner and take it to where it ends.
Okay.
Yes, without no problem. Yeah.
Okay.
I think that is something that we need to let them know too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Because I think that's very important at that point.
If it is
Like,
clean from the very beginning,
yeah,
it can be clean till the end.
it is
But
smooth in the
if
process of getting in approval, because we don't want, like what he says, we don't want people just to grab their alcohol paper
Correct.
from nowhere and just come into
no,
the
if
office.
you come to us with your alcohol paper, we will give you the details. We will give you everything that is hidden. We will bring it to light.
Yeah.
Everything that is in the dark, we will bring it to light. Whether that particular land that you bought from a person, from a community, from a business, whether it's legit one, two, whether it's free from all the things that we mentioned from the beginning, that is whether it doesn't fall from within the government reserve, it's not within an agricultural land area. All these things, if you knock on our door, we will bring to light what is in the dark, and we will let you know with those information whether you can proceed with your paperwork with us or not. These are important things.
So how long? Will that take 6 months? Will it take 8 months? Will it take a year?
No.
How long will it take?
It takes weeks to do. It can take weeks to do. And there are certain things also we need to set lives on here. There are things that we can do as an office, but there are things that are beyond everyone's control, because these are how things are set here in the Gambia. Yeah, because in the case of going to see a chief to get your stamp on your document, these are things that
That could be an adventure.
yeah, you can go to the chief for a day, you will not, on an appointment, you will not be able to see him for that particular day.
You may be out at the naming ceremony or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He has another thing that he need to work on, and you already have your schedule of the day. Drive all the way to his house, and you will not meet him there. That takes your time, money,
Yes.
and energy.
Wear and tear on your car.
Yeah, and resources. So it's that's why it's hard to create a timeline for this thing. But being honest and being truthful here is it can be done, and it can be done in a more faster rate and time than what's been said out there. an year, 6 months, those are unrealistic.
Yeah.
They are
And
not-
that's another thing. That's the
People
beauty.
reach out to me 1 year, they don't get their paper.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
that is unrealistic.
And we've assisted other people that have been 6-8 months as well, you know. But the thing is that that's the beauty of Mama Land. You know, we have the pieces in place to assist you get through the process. It won't take 6-8 months to a year in order to do so.
And the important thing about us doing it for you is you can track the progress.
Mhm.
And for others, I don't want to shed light on more about others, but for others is you will not, from what we had from people coming to us to said, you know, to share their experience with us, they cannot track any progress of their paperwork. But for us, any step of the way, you will be shown what level of
That's right.
paperwork we are in.
That's right.
Yes, because I said this because
Transparency.
yeah, transparency. And I said this because if I'm telling you I'm working on it, you know, they keep telling them I'm working on your paper, it's not done, we are doing this, we are doing. But for us, anything that we do, if we tell you 2 months or 3 months, even if we default on our timeline, but that progress of work that has been done, you can see it, you know, in reality.
That's right.
Yeah. If we do a sketch plan, you become we did your sketch, physical planning sketch plan. We did your become area council, the municipal council land transfer. All those things, those are steps in having what you are looking for.
Okay.
So when we get done those things, when you get it done, then we'll provide you the information. We'll send you evidence of we are doing it, and you can track the progress of our work. We may not, you know, we don't. That's not where we wanted to go with anybody that we are dealing with. But you know, things and times changes. So at some point, that's
Exactly.
especially when I'm talking about meeting the alcalde, the chief. These are local people. They are not in a formal setting. These are people. Most of them are not even. They don't even go to school. So you know, it's hard to do things with them than in a formal setting. So at some point you can get them. At some point it can be delayed. So that delay can hit on your timeline, but that also needs to be known.
So the beauty, another one of the wonderful things about Mama Land, I love Miss Mama Land, so I'm gonna keep saying another wonderful thing, is that when you buy a property with Mama Land Properties, all of that is included within the price of your purchase.
Yeah.
All your physical planning clearances, all of the trips to the chief, the area council, to Brikama, everything.
Capital gain tax.
Capital
big
gains
one.
tax is included in
big
your
one.
land purchase.
Yes, the capital gain tax is included.
So, you know, regardless of what you've heard or what others have experienced that you get on board this Mama Land train, because all of those things are included within the purchase of your land.
Absolutely.
So that you can't beat that. So I tell you what, let's go through some comments and let's see what we have, what we've seen up to this point from the viewers. We have Her Regalness, peace and blessings, family. You are providing the transparency that puts those of us out here coming back home at ease. Mama Land team are the true, authentic, honest ambassadors.
Thank you, sister.
Yeah, thank you. That's awesome.
I
That's awesome.
think business join us all, but individually, I think we all uniquely have that heart that will not sit back,
That's right.
let people be treated anyhow.
That's right.
I think that's God's spirit, and it's God's spirit that put us together, and I think it's that internal spirit that definitely bind us together.
Absolutely. The Most High brought this team together.
That's why I said that this is one of the strongest team we can have,
That's right.
as bringing people together. Being born and raised in America, even though they were stolen from here, but coming home and say, look, this is your home. You have to come and work with us. Share the knowledge of idea you get over there. We also share the same knowledge and idea we
That's
have
right.
over there.
That's right.
Work as a team to say that we're gonna stop the people will never cry. It's all
That's
gonna
right.
be it's all gonna be in control, it's all gonna be in peace.
I think I wanted to say this. I think individually, all of us here has taken up on themselves, help a sister or a brother
That's right.
from a diaspora who came down here, being treated badly. Yeah, even before we even started this thing. I think that is what even make us to come together.
That's right.
And do this for us and for our sisters and brothers coming down here to settle down.
And I can say this about the Mama Land team. If you are working with Mama Land, I guarantee we are working with people that's operating with integrity. If you're not operating with integrity here at Mama Land, you won't be a part of Mama Land.
You're gonna stay.
Period. We want full transparency. We need honesty, and we need integrity. And integrity is people doing the right things when nobody else is around looking.
Exactly.
We can't be everywhere at once, but at the same time, we can band with people that we know operating with integrity. And that's what we're looking for. Because if it comes to light that you are not functioning with integrity, then you won't be a part of Mama Land long.
Definitely.
And that's just, that's just the way it is. We're here for a reason, and we're not going to get distracted or diverted into a different direction. We are going to go down the right path, and that's period.
Definitely.
All right, let's go to the next. We have Justine Jones. Shalom, everyone. Shalom, Justine. Great live. Very informative. Thank you for providing this much needed information for those of us who are still learning the Gambian way.
It's hard to learn the Gambian way.
You got to learn the Gambian way.
Because physical planning, the lands and surveys, these are departments under the Ministry of Lands and Regional Governance in the Gambia. They have been working for the past years, trying to review some of the laws that govern land administration in the Gambia. They are old, and it doesn't stand the test of time right now. So that's why most of the things that we go through as businessmen involving in land business, had to go through so many back and forth working on a particular piece of paper for a property.
Okay.
It's not us as an office or a business, but it's how it is. That's the law of the land. That's how what you need to go through to get your papers done. Yeah, you may be shown a paperwork and be shown a similar one that looks like exactly what you had before, but it's not it.
It's a little different.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah.
In real sense, it's different. There is a thing on the first one that is not on the second one, and that is how it is. Okay. Until these are revised and the laws are made, revised, and new laws come in to stand the test of time. Right now, we will be dealing with this. Okay. They need to know about that too. Okay. Anything we are doing is what is required by the law.
The Gambian
nothing
way.
More, nothing less.
Okay. Yes. All right. So we have the next one. We have Justine saying, well stated, Her Regalness. And then Her Regalness stated, all these safety and security measures are ideal. We are coming home to live, love, laugh, and breathe free. And the peace of mind makes the transition much more stress-free. It is imperative. Absolutely.
It's welcome home.
Yes. Justine says, Mama Land properties are pioneers. All right. I commend your courage. I commend your courage in fearlessly changing the game and raising the standard. Absolutely. Taking the road less traveled isn't always easy, but it is the right way. You are absolutely correct. We are changing the game, the way things are being done here in the Gambia, and we are raising the standard of how real estate business will be handled. Like I said, despite our small beginnings, we are here now trying to lay the foundation and lay the framework to get some things done to where hopefully maybe down the line, this just may be the standard way of doing business. Who knows? Yeah. But this is going to be the way Mama Land is doing business. And taking the road less traveled isn't always easy. You're absolutely correct. It's not. But doing the right thing is not always easy, but it sure helps you sleep better at night. You don't have to worry about somebody. You don't have to worry about that knock at the door eventually, coming to tell you that, come go with us. Exactly. We don't have to worry about that here at Mama Land Properties. All right. So where were we?
We were done with this, taking the surveyor for the start. When it's confirmed by the surveyor through the physical planning that the place is free from all those issues that were raised, then you can go ahead and do your alcohol transfer between you and the property seller.
Okay.
When that's done, we discuss about doing your physical planning after the alcohol transfer, and then
money is paid in the good deeds escrow.
yeah.
Okay.
And then we're going to go to having your municipal council land transfer document paid.
Okay.
Yeah. How it is paid, what goes around it.
Okay. Then what's after that step?
Yeah, but that's where we stop. But we can go beyond
Capital
that.
gains tax?
After that, it's capital gains.
Okay. Okay. And then you're home free.
Yeah, capital gain tax and that council transfer document will be completed at that stage, and then the next thing that you will be doing is going for your occupancy certificate.
Then you can get your permit to build your wall.
Yeah, when you have your occupancy certificate, then you can have your permit to build, you can have your permit to put up erect your boundary fence. Yeah.
Nice.
And the requirement of the law is you need to have an occupancy to be able to do this.
Okay.
Yeah, but there are ways to this. If you are doing this as an individual, you need to have your papers done up to occupancy, to have your fence and your building permit being given by the physical planning.
Okay.
But if the office is the one doing it for you, the office already has its physical planning, the municipal council transfer done, the occupancy certificate done. The office can acquire a development permit for you on your behalf.
Okay.
Because now the office has done its physical planning, the council transfer, and the occupancy certificate. Now it will be care of the office.
Okay.
We can acquire that development permit through the office for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
So
but
just take care of it all.
Exactly.
Okay.
But if the individual is trying to do it by him or herself, then
Okay.
you will have to have your occupancy certificate done.
All right. So this has been a very informative live session discussing everything that you will need to do in order for your clearance for the physical planning process. And we're here with Cherno 2.0 and CEO Cherno here. Now we're going to discuss some of our properties that we have for sale. The sale is running through the 23rd of this month. If you haven't jumped on board, I suggest that you do, because we have some excellent properties that we have for sale. We have a Gunjua Seaside. Those are 20 by 20, and those are selling for $5,000 USD, and that's $250,000 in Lassie. Now, I can say about that property is that they are going very, very, very quick. Okay, so if you have in your mind that if you've been on the fence about it, I suggest you contact us right away, www.mamalandproperties.com. We can get you a sketch plan so you can see which property that you would like to select that's left. Okay, so if you're thinking about the Seaside, that'd be a property for you with the Gunjua Seaside. If you build one level up, you'll be able to see the sea. All right, it's not TDA, but it's close enough to where if you build up one store, then you can see the sea.
We need to. I think I would like to say something with regards to that. There is a law like that prevents people that are not Gambian to live on a land that is 1.5 kilometers from the sea. There is a TDA, there is a 1.5. So all these things are taken into account in acquiring our land, because we don't want to sell to anybody and we are unable to give you your paper. So any land that we're trying to, we acquiring for our business, we will make sure it doesn't fall within all these things. And other people are doing this, and at some point it becomes a problem between them and their client. But we need to let them know.
Yeah.
Even if you're not coming to us, but know that there is an 800 meters from the sea, there's a 1,500 meters from the sea, air loss of the land, and there's are places where the 1,500 doesn't affect people on the ground, but it affect people coming down to settle. Unless and until you acquire your Ghanaian citizenship.
Hey, sign me up.
Time to go get your Ghanaian papers too.
But one thing about Mamaland Properties, all of that is cleared, been taken care of. So you don't have to worry about any TDA or the 1,500 meter rule.
But if you have yourself a Ghanaian husband, then you don't need to worry about the 1.5.
That won't be me.
You can have your land registered in his name, then you don't have to worry about the 1.5. Yeah.
All right, her regalness asked, she said, will the land survey ensure the land is swamp, farm, or residential?
Exactly. That's the reason of the land survey. The land survey is there to tell you whether the land is suitable for residential. Yes, if it is not suitable for residential, then you will not be given approval for residential purposes. That's why when it falls within the agricultural land, when you do your checks in the data, if you fall within the agricultural land, we'll tell you straight away that that particular land that you're trying to own is within the agricultural land area. It's within the wetland area, it's within the swamps. It will be known to you. Okay. So now, those are the details that we will come back to you and say, look, we do our checks within the data, this is information we have you. Your land is suitable for residential, you can go ahead. No, your land falls within the agricultural land. You can still own it, but you will have agricultural papers for that land. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And if it is within the swamps, if it is within the swamps and the wetland, that means no approval is going to be given. Yeah, you cannot settle. The government will not allow you to settle within the swamps and the wetland area.
That's a good thing.
Yeah. All those doubts and worry.
Ask any question, and so we will be able to answer.
Property is there to protect everything, so you don't have to worry about all these things.
That's right.
This is why we say we have to lead the example to say that now, so whatever has been going on the land, acquiring land in Gambia, we said we're gonna be one of the best, and unique to say it's not gonna happen. It's just gonna be good for all of us to live, love,
breathe free
in Mamaland Property in Africa as large.
Well, one thing I can say that, with it being rainy season, we've been out to the properties and there has been no standing water on those properties.
Yeah.
And
that's
what our properties.
Yes, on Mamaland properties, there's no standing water.
That's why one of our Mamaland Property is not only just to sell properties. We look in place where we say ourselves, we have to live here. Are we gonna be able to move easily, free for us to go out? So we want to put any of our clients out there to be like us. If we are them in the situation, are we gonna go out easily? Whatever. This is why we don't go for any property that we sold or whatever. Even though some of them is clear, we don't go for that. We always go for something that is easy access. So because remember we have two seasons in Africa or in Gambia, I would say. Rainy season and dry season. So we also have to think about the rainy season, or if I live down there, how would I go to the market? Or how my kids gonna reach out to the school? Or if my partner, or if you're a single mother,
how do I even go out to get groceries?
Exactly.
On daily basis.
That's right.
This is all about thinking about that, to say how easy access to them, and all of the properties is like this walk both to the main road. If you don't have a private truck or 4x4, you can just walk up to the main road and get 1010. We call it 1010.
1010, that's right. 10 the last. That's right.
1010, and you go wherever you want to go. Or you call your task kids, come and pick you up.
That's right.
It's easy to go.
And I can say that I've actually driven on the land after the rain, and no issues. You drive right in, drive right back out on some of the lands, and there's no issues at all. So great properties here at Mamaland Properties. We also have the Kukajan, Gunju, and those are 21 by 20, and those are 3,500 USD, 175,000 Dalasi. We also have Gunju Upland, and those are a 22.5 by 20, and those are 4,000 USD, 200,000 Dalasi. We have another comment here. We also have Jam and Jelly Phase 1, and that's a 20 by 20 for 4,000. That's 200,000 Dalasi. We have a Jam and Jelly Phase 2, and those are 20 by 20, and those are 5,000 Dalasi. I'm sorry, 5,000 USD. That's 5,000 Dalasi. We'll be in trouble. 250,000 Dalasi. And we have Casa Kunda, which is a 20 by 20. And those are 3,700 USD, 185,000 Dalasi. And we have Bossari, and those are Basori. And that's a 20 by 20 for 1,500 USD, 75,000 Dalasi. And with all of those prices, all of your fiscal planning paperwork, capital gains tax, everything comes with the price of the purchase.
Yeah.
Can't beat it. All right, so we have Sister of Truth, Emil. Awesome. Sit down, you guys. Very, very informative. Mama Land Properties has in setting the standards not only in the Gambia but on the African continent period. Once again, awesome job. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We appreciate you. That is our goal, to be able to stand in front of you guys and to speak truth. All praise to the Most High that we've come together as a team. Me from the diaspora. We have two local Gambians here, but we also have Awa. She's out right now, busy doing a house tour. We also have short-term and long-term rentals here at Mama Land Property. There's something else we're doing that people that's coming over and you need somewhere to land. And when you arrive here, if you need someone to pick you up at the airport, we could pick you up at the airport. We can assist you in getting your short-term or your long-term rental. It keeps you from having to go to the hotel for a week or two to spend that money there. You can come here, land, we pick you up at the airport, and we can take you straight to your rental. Until you become situated enough to where you're ready to buy some property and start building on your land. All right, we do the building for you as well. We do the borehole, we can do the wall for you. We can do the construction of your home. We do house plans, in-house architect, engineer that can sit with you and get your thoughts, your ideas, and make them a reality. All right, if you want something that's unique just for you, we can make that happen here at Mama Land Properties.
Definitely.
So, those are all the things that we have here at Mama Land. We're excited. Like I said, I know we despise not small beginnings. We're here and we're not going anywhere. We four flats. We 2 feet down. We done dug our heels in, and we're going to do everything that's needed in order to take Mama Land to the top.
Right.
So we coming.
Be ready.
Stay ready so we won't have to get ready. We're going to stay ready so we won't have to get ready. All right. So thank you, family, for joining us again this week. We will be back again next week. We try to keep our lives at about an hour. I think we're pretty much right at that right now. If you go to www.mamalandproperties.com, check out all of our services. We do land tours every Wednesday at 10 a.m. If you're interested in our properties, go to the website, go to the services tab, go to land tours and register there for the land tour. If you want to look for a short-term event site, and go to the property tour. If you want to check our short-term, long-term rentals, you can go there as well, www.mamalandproperties.com. We can assist you with all of your needs. Okay?
You don't have to worry. When you come into Gambia and Africa,
For this particular session, any question they have regarding all we discussed here, they can send it to www.mamalandproperties.com.
Yes. Any questions?
Then,
absolutely.
We will have another session and we can answer to them. Or you can directly answer to them on the web.
Absolutely.
Just any question regarding owning a property and having your papers done here in the Gambia.
All right. Yeah. So again, thank you everyone. And live, laugh, love, be free in Mama Land,
Africa.
All right.
Salam.
Peace.
Till next time, family.
That's my friend there.